Previously on My Kitchen Rules.
These people are looking for great food and they want lots of it.
Here they come.
Our teams face some very tough critics.
I haven't had spaghetti yet. No.
They're coming, guys, they're coming.
The People's Choice went to Daniela and Stefania.
Oh my goodness.
And going straight to the sudden death cook-off.
Artie and Johnny, chicken supreme pizza. It's not a competition to see how many ingredients you can put on top of a piece of bread.
Tonight,
What would our rapid cook-off be without us really tightening the nuts and bolts?
Oh, get lost.
our cooks are thrown in the deep end as they fight to stay clear of tomorrow's elimination.
I could be in a bit of Barney rubble here.
You can't make this whole thing on your own.
You sure you didn't put it in?
But it's not just our teams that don't see eye to eye.
I really like it. It's really lovely, so thank you so much.
I disagree with Manu.
I strongly disagree. Full stop.
Walking into Kitchen HQ this morning, I see some flour and an egg on the benches, and I think straight away that we're up for a dessert challenge.
We're so excited to walk into kitchen headquarters today because we don't have to cook. It feels funny that we're sitting here.
We won the People's Choice, so we're free from elimination for the week.
The loser of today's test will go straight into the sudden death cook-off against Artie and Johnny, and that's where we definitely do not want to be.
Knowing that we're one of the teams in the elimination cook-off, it's not the best position to be, but can't wait to find out who we're going to be cooking off against.
Hello, teams. The true secret to any great recipe is the right combination of ingredients. On your benches, you would have noticed flour and eggs.
We're not quite sure what they're going to ask us to cook out of this. Because flour and eggs can go into anything. I mean, you can make cakes, pancakes, bread.
Dessert, maybe that's not really our strong point, so I've just become a lot more nervous.
We want you to make a meal that's been around for centuries. Today, you are making pasta.
Of course we are.
Yes.
Can't say I've made pasta from scratch. Bill? Yeah, I've never done it before, so my confidence level isn't extremely high.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Out of all the tests to be free of doing, it's pasta. Mamma mia.
You're facing another rapid cook-off. You've got 30 minutes to make your best pasta and sauce. Make both stand out, guys, because the weakest teams will face off in a showdown.
It's really quite hard being in that second round showdown.
We want to stay clear of it.
Yeah, don't want to be there.
Grab your ingredients, take your station, and put your aprons on.
Pasta machine?
Okay. Shall I get some shallots? We're a little bit nervous, but I know as long as I've got you by my side, I'm sure we'll be fine.
This is our pasta maker.
Here, portioning the mushrooms.
Right, should we try ravioli?
Yes.
The crab's going to look prettier.
Yep, let's do the crab
Is the
then.
veal more us?
I don't know, but you've got to make a decision.
I hate decisions.
That's going to be a problem.
You must have put it on wrong then. There's this outlet. You've got to turn it around the other way.
Oh, man.
Okay, teams, you should now have all the ingredients to make an incredible pasta dish that only Mama can cook.
And
Oh, no.
what would our rapid cook-off be without us really tightening the nuts and bolts?
What are they going to do?
Whoever cooks solo last rapid cook-off must sit this one out.
Oh, get lost.
Immediately I think, so, bugger. I could be in a bit of Barney rubble here.
You've got 30 minutes on the clock,
Oh, this sucks.
and your time starts now.
Let's go, mate.
Have a seat, honey. Get comfortable.
I'll stand up. I want to watch this.
Awesome test making your own pasta. It's basic.
Pasta.
Egg and flour, that's it.
Just get a fork and start mixing it all through together.
So should I do it on the bench?
No, just do it in the bowl.
Originally, our plan was to cook ravioli, but now that it's just Bill cooking, we're going to change that to fettuccine and finish it off with a nice, simple sauce.
How's it looking?
Not looking real pasta.
Don't cut yourself.
I don't know where to start. Do I make the pasta? Do I start the sauce? I'm lost.
If I was Kane, I'd be probably looking at getting the pasta mix made first.
Yep, start on the pumpkin. Oh, good stuff. We're making a pumpkin agnolotti with a homemade Napoli sauce.
We love doing dumplings and we love doing wontons, so why not stuff pasta?
Now just make a small well in the middle and crack the egg into the middle. Today we're doing a filled pasta. We're thinking crab-filled cappelletti with a burnt butter sauce. A cappelletti is just a round shape and it's got the filling on the inside, so it almost looks like a cap, like a hat. Yeah. Sammy, more flour than that, and knead it. Don't be light with it.
How many capers, Cal?
Just a tablespoon or so. You also need pine nuts and lemon.
Today we've decided to cook a spiced eggplant fettuccine with a saffron sauce.
Cooking for one person is the biggest wooden spoon I've ever seen.
We've decided not to make something that's a traditional Italian pasta. This would have more influences of Middle Eastern cuisine.
Get the fry pan on as soon as you've done that.
Hopefully that impresses the judges and we'll put something out they haven't seen before.
How thin? A bit thinner than that?
The dish today is pork masala and cream fettuccine.
Okay. Little knock with that mallet.
There is a risk that the judges might not enjoy it because it is very sweet.
I mean, they're doing a pork masala. Is it a classic dish? We've got cream, they've got wine. Hopefully it's going to taste wonderful.
It's got to be gentle.
I think risky is the way we need to go in this competition to try and step up. First thing I've got to do is put the dry porcini mushrooms into a mortar and pestle and smash it down to make a dust.
Whoa, they're really, really tough.
Today, Nick and I are going to cook porcini handkerchiefs with roasted hazelnuts.
Would have been nice to have that a bit ground up more, but
I love porcini mushrooms, and I think sprinkling it in the flour today is a great idea.
You've got 20 minutes left.
You should be well on the way to making an incredible pasta and sauce.
Sift it.
I'm trying to combine the flour and the egg, and I put some oil in, and Lee tells me to stop putting oil in.
Yep, done.
That's not a tablespoon.
Just get it done. It'll be fine.
I'm like, who's cooking this pasta?
I don't know why he's listening to me. I've never made pasta before in my life.
Use your hands, Bill. That's it.
So what am I doing now? Push it forward and draw it back and then push it forward.
Go a bit faster. You're not going to hurt it. Bill was going like this.
We need to not rush the pasta because getting the doughs right is really important.
This is probably one of the worst things I could be doing right now.
Like that. Don't turn it all upside down. Turn the piece. Yep, like that.
And having Esther sitting behind me yelling at me? Yeah, not fun.
That's on 3.
Close, yeah.
I don't want it any thinner than that. Do you want to feel it?
I can't touch.
Can't touch it all.
No.
How long have the veggies been in for, Cal?
They've been in for 10 minutes.
Huh?
10 minutes.
You don't want to try 2?
I'll try 2. I'll cut it in half and try 2.
The hardest part about this dish will be to make the handkerchiefs. They are really thin squares of pasta. The trickiness is getting them thin enough.
Okay, put the pasta in. Speak to me, please.
Oh, just toss it.
Okay, well, tell me to toss it then. It's a massively stressful time for me. I just wish Kelly knew what I needed before having to ask for it.
It's sticking on that back.
Yeah, I know.
And put some oil on it.
I don't reckon you ever put oil on a pasta machine, ever.
Do the next piece of pasta.
As well. Are you sure I need to do this?
Well, that's not enough pasta for one serve.
What it is you can't do handkerchiefs because you can't go down to the really lowest number, so it's going to have to be fettuccine.
I'm realising that I'm not going to be able to do the handkerchiefs, which I'm not too happy about. But there's absolutely no time here, and I just need to get a dish up.
Oh, that's screwed.
The contestants today got the rapid cook-off. They've got half an hour to make pasta from scratch and also a delicious sauce to go with it. They're going to be pushed to the limit.
Only one of us are allowed to cook. Anything can go wrong. Doesn't matter how good a cook you are.
So you're going to roll the pasta, make sure you grate the mushrooms.
The bottom teams in this test are going to a showdown. I don't want to go to a showdown. Do you?
Neither do I.
Teams, you have 15 minutes left. You are halfway there.
Come on, quickly, darling.
Righto.
Hurry up. I've never made pasta in my life. James has, and it wasn't overly successful at the time. I can't see from here, so...
It's only really thin.
Today we've decided to cook a fettuccine pasta. We won't go for an actual sauce. We might just use the flavours that we like. Capers, anchovies, some nice vine-ripened tomatoes that will give it lots and lots of flavour in a very short time.
Sammy and Bella, are they going to have enough time to get this done, do you think? They're making filled pasta, aren't they? But I love what they're using. They're using some crab meat. So let's hope we can taste that crab meat.
I really want to get up and help you, Sammy, but I can't.
As I'm making the crab filling, I'm a little bit worried there isn't enough crab in there.
Show me the consistency because I can't see.
The crab meat we have is a bit wet, so hopefully there's enough flavour in there though.
Guys, we're looking for a beautiful pasta sauce. Don't let us down.
Oh, you make me nervous with that.
So what I'm going to do is make this sauce, get it marinating amongst itself.
Today's test is only 30 minutes, which doesn't really give you enough time to make a really tasty sauce. So we've opted for a pesto-based sauce.
That's enough.
It needs a lot of hazelnuts.
I've grated some parmesan cheese. I've got some whole peppercorns. I've thrown that into a mortar and pestle with some chopped roasted hazelnuts.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
Okay.
Hang on, salt.
That's really going to be the sauce that coats the pasta.
Do I put breadcrumbs in now or not?
This is a bizarre type of pasta sauce because there is no real sauce to it. It's spiced vegetables.
Just season it if you can.
If there's too much turmeric, paprika, chili and saffron, the dish is gone.
Veggies stay seasoned.
Yeah, the
to you?
veggies were seasoned, Cal. There's lots of spice in there.
I'll take the chance and see how I go.
Fold. Yeah, exactly like that. Sammy hasn't rolled out pasta dough before, so first things first, start feeding it through on the widest level, and each time it comes through, you've got to fold it in half, put it through again, fold it in half, put it through again. All right, what level are you on now, Sammy?
2.
I think actually that's thin enough. Don't go more than 2, because they'll break.
Be gentle, treat it with love.
But you can wind quicker. I don't know why you're winding so slow. No. See what you're doing? You're pulling. Don't pull. He just tore. Don't pull. Just
I'm not pulling,
Esther. Just wind it. You are, because it just tore. I saw.
She'll just start telling me to do something and then she'll start yelling at me, telling me that I'm doing it wrong, and I'm thinking I'm doing it exactly how you said.
Oh, crap. Bring him up. No. Pull him into the centre. No, not from the top. From the actual base. Yeah. That right? No. You got him stuck.
And then the pasta kept getting stuck as I'm trying to turn it, and you're telling me to turn it quicker, and I'm thinking that's just going to make it worse.
Yeah, that's the base. Now I've broken it. Oh my God, I hate that I can't get in there.
Team, step it up. You've got 10 minutes left.
So I reckon you just start with a tiny bit of olive oil, medium heat, get those cherry tomatoes in there. 10 minutes to go, pasta's in the water. I know it's only going to take a couple of minutes, and it's not a very complicated sauce, so there's not a lot to do there. I'm confident we're going to get a good dish up.
All right, start tasting the sauce.
Can I make these things first? I've made the pasta. It's very thin. It's quite messy. It's not elegant, that's for sure.
Okay, that pan is smoking hot, probably a little bit too hot. They're blistering already.
Something's burning.
Check on your sauce. Give it a stir. How's it looking?
It's looking fine.
All right. The sauce is going good, but we can't have pasta without agnolotti.
They look a little bit thin.
The thinner they are, the less time it'll take to cook. Just remember that. Just nervous for him because we've got so much more to do. You need to start grating mushrooms.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Debella, so what do I do next now?
Okay, no, first let's put the sage leaf into the pasta. An idea pops into my head, and that is to put a sage leaf in between 2 sheets of pasta and then roll it out again, so it's kind of stuck in between the two, and it's really, really pretty. No, Sammy, just do 3. Take that fourth one off.
Don't we go like that?
No, because then there won't be enough to make the bottom end of the cappelletti. Just trust me, just make 3.
Come on, quickly, hurry up.
I've rolled the pasta dough up. I've cut it up into the size pasta that we want. You happy with that thickness?
It's quite thin.
The greatest fear I've got at this point is if that pasta doesn't unravel, then I'm not going to have any pasta to put in our dish, which would make sure that we're going to end up in the bottom today. Stressing about this spaghetti a bit.
James is flicking pasta frantically. I don't know what he's thinking because it's not really helping. You need to be a bit gentle, darling. You're just ripping them. I can see he's starting to get stressed, so he could lose it at any minute if he doesn't pull himself together. Just go easy. You're wasting more on the floor than in the bowl.
Sammy, sticking.
I don't know why we're doing this.
Because you don't listen to me, Sammy. You have to listen to what I'm saying to you. When I say put more flour, you just got to do it.
For us not to perform well in the rapid cook-off and to be in the showdown, it's scary because, you know, you can be here one day and gone the next. That's
well, because Sammy, you don't listen to when I just say put
because I've never done it before and I don't want to do it right now. What?
Take them out.
Okay, they're out.
All right.
Coming up.
Teams, you've got 1 minute left.
Oh my God.
The teams struggle to avoid last-minute disasters
Just tear it.
Oh, crap.
as they fight to stay out of the showdown.
I just remember putting my head in my hands.
The great thing about this test today is we've said pasta and sauce. Some are doing filled ones like the agnolotti, the cappelletti, fettuccine. That's a really good test to see how people think.
Guys, concentrate on what you're doing. You've got 5 minutes left.
Pop the cappelletti in, gently.
5 minutes to go on the clock, and I've just put in the pasta in the boiling water, so hopefully that's enough time to cook it.
Only takes a couple of minutes,
yeah.
It'll be quick. Lemon juice in, a little bit just, that's enough.
Hot, burnt my tongue.
All right, chuck a fry pan on.
Yep.
And get a big knob of butter.
I start making the sauce, I heat some butter, and then add the pork.
Okay, masala in. How much? Just pour and I'll tell when to stop. Enough.
Masala wine's actually wine that's made with eggs, and it's normally used for a dessert. So it is going to be a sweet tasting dish.
You've got 4 minutes. Dump the agnolotti in, man. Put it in. Chuck it in.
I'm quite frantic at this stage. I put the agnolotti in the water. The pasta's so thin, I'm worried they're going to explode.
Cream in. How much cream? Pouring cream, I'll say when to stop. Oh, no, just careful. I said I'll tell you how much.
Definitely, that was way too much cream. I just remember putting my head in my hands.
How long do I need to cook the agnolotti for?
When they float, they'll be ready.
They're floating?
Keep them in for a little bit longer.
It's floating. I'm not sure if it's cooked inside, but we've got no time. It better be cooked.
Teams, you've got 1 minute left.
Oh my God.
So just take it out with your tongs. Don't worry about straining it.
Just check with your fingers to see that you think it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Grab enough pasta for 1 serve, put it through the sauce. That enough? Yep. Chuck it in.
Don't worry about getting any more in the bowl now. Just clean up that plate.
Whoa.
All right, get ready to serve it up.
Just tear it. Okay, drizzle a little olive oil.
How much time, Cal?
Oh, crap. No, come on.
Is it stirred enough?
Wipe your plate.
Quick.
Lemon wedge. Meat on top.
4,
Quick.
2, 1.
That's it, guys. Time's up. Step away from your benches.
Way too much cream.
I'm never making pasta again in my life. Just so you know.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
Well done, mate. Time's up. It's all done and dusted. Bill's managed to get an awesome dish on the plate. Still holding on to a bit of a hope that we might dodge the showdown round so that we can dodge the sudden death cook-off.
They would never have thought that I could make pasta from scratch in 30 minutes, but hey, we did it.
I think I've put up an excellent dish today, but there's always a glimmer of doubt there.
Emery, Nick.
Hi.
How are you?
good,
Or should I say, Anne-Marie, what have you made for us?
Today I've made a porcini fettuccine.
Whereabouts is the porcini?
I made dust and I sprinkled it into the flour before I made it.
So there's no porcini in the dish itself except for in the pasta?
Correct, Mundo.
Are you happy with it?
I'm really happy with it. I'm just hoping that they like it. And as usual, they're giving absolutely nothing away.
Bill and Alex, what do you got for us?
So fettuccine with baby tomatoes and prosciutto, combination of simple flavours, hopefully done really well.
Okay.
I'm not feeling like I've completely messed it up, but, you know, it's always hard to tell with the judges.
Meat's nice.
Meat's tender.
I've never had sweet pasta before.
If I close my eyes and you just fed me the pasta without the meat, it could be a dessert.
But the meat's there.
It is sweet. It's got masala in it. I'm just not sure whether they like it with the pasta today.
It's almost a bit of a Middle Eastern mixture to a pasta.
Strong flavours.
Yeah, the saffron's very pungent in there.
Yeah.
They quite quickly move on to the next bench after they've tasted it without giving us anything.
You've got to be careful when you're using fresh pasta and you're hand cutting the noodles that you actually do get separation. Yep. Otherwise you get clumps like that, which isn't enjoyable to eat.
I don't even know how the rolled up piece of pasta ended up being in the dish, but I wish it wasn't there.
You happy with the flavour of the crab that's inside there?
I actually burnt my tongue on butter, so I couldn't taste it very well.
We should have tried to get more crab into the filling, and it's a small mistake, but because it's the hero of the dish, it means a lot.
You know the secret to good pasta is when the sauce just coats the pasta.
I couldn't even find the agnolotti under the pasta sauce. So I think that's a subtle way of saying you've got too much sauce.
I hope we're not on the bottom because of that.
Next, the verdict.
Yours was the dish I was looking for today.
And for 4 teams,
You will now compete in the showdown.
the showdown becomes a standoff.
I really like it.
I disagree with Manu.
I strongly disagree. Full stop.
Well done to the cooks. You know, it's not an easy task to whip up your own pasta and sauce within 30 minutes.
3 teams will be safe. The remaining 4 teams will go straight to the showdown. Anne-Marie and Nick, fettuccine with hazelnuts. I've never seen hazelnut in pasta before, and I was surprisingly happy.
Yours was the dish I was looking for today. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Anne-Marie and Nick, you are safe.
Thank you.
Please take a seat in the dining room.
I'm really proud, actually. Yeah, it's a bit of realisation that maybe I should be cooking a little bit more like this.
Sammy and Bella, crab ravioli with burnt butter and herb sauce. You did well with your burnt butter today, girls. Not so with your pasta filling. If you're going to use a hero ingredient such as crab, I want to taste it.
You are not safe.
We're devastated because it's one little mistake of just not putting enough crab into the centre. But because it's the hero of the dish, it means a lot.
Estradelle, pork masala with cream fettuccine. You cook the pork beautifully. If the test was to create a dessert using pasta, you would have won with flying colours.
You are not safe. Masala should stay in the tiramisu.
They're not going to enjoy it if they don't like masala with pasta anyway, so we both feel pretty down.
Melanie and James, pasta puttanesca.
I love the black olive, the capers, the anchovies, the tomatoes.
When you're making fresh pasta, make sure that you separate each and every strand.
You are safe.
Well done, guys.
Bill and Alex, fettuccine with prosciutto and roasted tomatoes. The pasta was the strongest part of your dish. I just think the sauce let you down. You put ricotta through your tomato-based sauce, so immediately sort of get this pinky, unattractive-looking sauce.
You are not safe.
I was a little scared because when he was reading out Bill and Alex's pasta sauce, it sounded like ours.
We made the same pasta sauce.
Yeah, except we didn't fold ricotta through it.
Kane and Lee, pumpkin and ghost cheese agnolotti. I would have loved to have got that really good pumpkin flavour, and you can achieve that when you roast your pumpkin. It was a simple tomato-based sauce with a little bit of flavour and it worked. Just don't put so much on the plate.
Gillian Ash, spiced eggplant fettuccine. I struggled a little with the different spice you had. Saffron was the one who was quite pungent.
You got to watch how you cook your vegetables too. Your eggplant wasn't cooked enough.
Okay.
One of us is safe, one of us isn't safe. I'm backing Kelly and Ash because they've cooked such good food in the past, so I'm not too confident right now.
Kane and Lee, you are safe.
Oh my God.
I don't want to cook again today. I've put everything into it, and it's not good enough, and now we have to cook against 3 other teams, and I just don't want to.
Remaining teams, you will now compete in the showdown, where the weakest team will face elimination against Artie and Johnny.
You'll be working in pairs again and using the same basic ingredients as you did for your pasta, flour and eggs. It's time for you to surprise us with your best and most delicious dessert.
I suppose of all the things that we could have wanted to cook off, dessert's probably the last one.
You've got an hour and a half. Your time starts now.
Whoa.
This one, what are we going to make?
Cake. If we do like a Black Forest type dessert with cherries at the bottom.
I don't know if this is everything.
Sugar.
I think the bar is going to be so highly set that they're all going to try to outdo each other in this test because no one wants to go to the elimination round.
We want pure indulgence on a plate.
Oh, I'm so nervous. Shaking doing this.
We've decided to cook a Black Forest dessert, make a mousse with it, make a cake base and a cherry soup.
Can I get these cherries on? How much liqueur do I need? You keep going the 2 of those. Yeah. Half a cup of caster sugar. Sorry. A full cup of caster sugar. Don't get confused. You sound like you're getting rattled. Yeah. You sure? Full cup? Yes, full cup.
We've decided to go with this dish because Esther and I both love cherries and we think Black Forest is a winner.
Right, we've used 10 minutes. Sammy, what, 5 minutes to get this cake on the go?
We've decided to go all out with our dessert. We're going to cook a triple chocolate dream.
So first off, we've got the chocolate fudge cake, then we've got a dark chocolate mousse, then we've got a milk chocolate ganache, and to surround that, we've got blood oranges and a syrup made from the juice. All right, Sammy, I'm mixing up the chocolate. Fudge cake is first up. Just worried about this being a bit too hot because that needs to bake for 20 minutes. All right, Sammy, it looks beautiful. Fudge cake is going in the oven.
I forgot to add the lime zest today. We're going to make some pear mousse, which we're going to sit on top of a bit of a macadamia base. We've got a poached pear as well as a chocolate twirl. There's a lot of elements there. Really need to make sure they're all perfect.
I've never seen Bill do 2 things at one time. I'm half impressed. Look at him.
He's doing such a good job.
Stirring and stirring.
What are you double stirring there, mate?
I was trying to get this gelatin nice and smooth.
I'm going to be starting with the macadamia base, and Bill's going to be getting stuff into the mousse.
How far away do you reckon you are getting that in the fridge? Not too long, hopefully.
The thing I'm most worried about with the pear mousse is its setting in time and being a nice firm consistency.
Okay, how are you going with the mousse, Ash?
I've heated the cream. I'm adding the chocolate in.
We're not happy that we have to cook again, but now that we're in the showdown, we're going to give it all we've got.
I'm just getting confused because the only time I've done it before is with bigger blocks of chocolate.
We're going to make a chocolate torte with mousse and frangelico jelly. A torte being nice and moist and fudgy and rich in flavour, that's my sort of cake.
Okay, torte's going in.
It's interesting, each and every team is using chocolate.
They're all putting all the big guns out, I think.
Can you guys, move over? I can't see anything. Yeah, let everyone in here. For goodness sakes.
Be really careful, Sammy, because when it boils, it gets really hot.
Yeah, I know. It just finished melting. The next thing to do is the dark chocolate mousse layer. So I'm melting the chocolate while Bella, you're whisking the eggs.
Oh, I forgot to put the flour in the cake. The cake's been in the oven for 10 minutes and suddenly I realise, holy mole, I've left out the flour.
Can we take them out and just...
No, because they'll already be cooked.
Oh, but we have to use the flour because that's what we have to use.
I know.
It's stressing out a little bit.
And that's like one of the conditions of the challenge. You have to put flour and eggs. I'm like, oh my God.
There's flour in here, you know. Are you sure you didn't put it in?
Sugar. I'm sure I didn't put it in. Luckily, I still had some batter left from the original cake. Poured in a bit of flour, mixed it up gently.
That would have been a disaster if you got the flour in the cake.
Lucky we made extra. I just do another loaf tin with the base of the fudge cake and pop that in the oven.
You've got 45 minutes left.
You're halfway. Your dessert should be taking shape by now.
You're not creative, mate.
Bill and Alex, they're stepping up.
They're pushing themselves to their limit.
They're going to really have to pull out all stops to make a beautiful, elegant dessert.
They're ready to go into the next batch. I'm going to take this out now. The trick with the twirls is to pull them out just when you think they're cooked so that you can shape them while they're still warm and then they set in whatever shape you like them to set in.
Can we use this one again?
They need to be cooked a little bit more than these ones were. They need to be crunchier when they set.
These are really nice blood oranges. Also to go with our cake, we're going to have blood orange segments, which just add a nice citrus freshness to the cake, and blood orange and sherry sauce.
You want to serve that syrup on the side and they can pour it around so it doesn't soak up.
It is quite rich. We don't want it to overpower the chocolate, but we just want it to sort of wetten the palate.
Okay, right. Cake time.
I've finished the mousse and I get started on the cake mixture.
I think it'd be better if it was a little bit more denser and a bit more chocolatey for a Black Forest cake.
And then I was thinking that the cake was actually going to be a little bit too dry, so I start melting some chocolate to fold through that mixture.
Teams, 30 minutes left.
Surprise us with something stunning.
Hazelnuts. So I've decided As a garnish, we'll dip some hazelnuts in toffee.
And then you're happy for me just to dip these in, try and pull it out. I'm just going to lay them down here.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
You have to leave it hanging over something so it drips. Ash is just going to stab each of the hazelnuts with a skewer, dip it into the toffee, and let the toffee drip from the hazelnut.
We've got 20 minutes left. Speed it up, guys. Quick hands.
You know, all the teams here are fighting for their lives because they don't want to go into that elimination round against Artie and Johnny.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to lay them down here.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
You have to leave it hanging over something so it drips. I tell Ash to leave the skewer on the bench so that the hazelnut can drip.
I'm standing there cooking and then I hear Ash just scream out and I took a bit of enjoyment in it.
How are you meant to hang them over something if they just fall off?
I can't just leave them hanging off the bench. I'm just going to have to hold them until they set in the air.
Cal, I think I'm happy with 2 of these per plate.
Yep.
I dropped 4 of them on the ground, so I'm not keen on hanging out here and just doing this all day.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's hot.
So I take the macadamia base out of the oven. Hopefully it works as a perfect base for our mousse.
Mate, I think we're on track. As long as the mousse comes out set.
I guess I'm a little bit nervous. I really want to just keep opening the freezer and check on the mousse. It's like when you're a kid and you get given a bike for Christmas, all you want to do is sleep with it, but...
How's it looking? We'll leave it for a bit longer.
Guys, pay attention to what you're doing. We're looking for inspiration and you only have 10 minutes left.
Yep, very, very fudgy.
We've got our 3 layers of our cake and put them inside a silver ring. It's really important that it slides off perfectly and none of the chocolate gets caught onto the ring because it could mean disaster for presentation.
You want me to put the icing on the cake?
This is the point where we really want to start plating up.
How about this?
Yeah, not too thick.
Well, Cal, I need you to communicate with me, baby. You can't make this whole thing on your own.
Those cakes look okay, they just need a cool.
I pulled the cake out of the oven. I tried the cherry soup and straight away was a little bit worried.
It's too sweet.
Really?
Yeah. We don't want it overbearing sweet. I'm even thinking about just adding a little bit of water to it.
Too late. It tastes good. I tasted it and I don't think it's too sweet, so it's got to say something.
It's definitely sugary, but I think it'll do.
Presentation with dessert is paramount. It must look and taste amazing.
5 minutes, we're good.
Come on, Bella.
Come on, boys.
Yeah, looks good. Looks great.
The mousses look good. When I get them out of the freezer, the consistency is how I want it. It's nice and thick. It won't fall off the spoon, so hopefully it'll sit well on top of the macadamia bases.
Okay, Bella. Tell me when you're ready.
Right, I'm shaking and I'm making mistakes. Are we going with squares or circles? Ellie, I'm kind of handling hot at the moment.
Silver leaf, then fairy floss.
Yep.
It's so delicate.
Teams, you've got 1 minute left. That's it.
Quick hands, everyone. Come on.
Try and even that out, give me that spoon. Yeah, I'm just going to...
Oh my God, Bella, microseconds.
Come on, Bella.
Come on, boys. Come on, girls.
Everything's just melting.
Right, 40 seconds, mate. We need to get those little bits on.
I need to stop shaking.
The jelly on, Cal. If you can't get it right, don't put it on.
Put it on. Put it on, Esther.
10, 9,
Do we want to put this one on?
Yep.
Seven.
It looks like a lot of hair on it. It's all right.
No, I don't think it's going to work, Cal.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, team. Step away from your benches.
Lisa, the same.
Cup of tea?
Oh, it looks so pretty.
I think everything fits, everything works well.
Our fingers are crossed it impresses them more than our pasta did.
Kelly Nash, I'm all for flavour and I think you guys have nailed it. You know, the mousse is feather light, the chocolate and hazelnut torte is superb. This is a serious dessert. You could expect to get this in a top restaurant.
I can't actually express myself how I feel about having a sensational dessert in front of my eyes. You're thinking like a chef.
Thanks, Manu. Cheers.
We're really proud of ourselves today. I think we did an amazing job. Hopefully we keep up this progress in the competition and we might be here for a bit longer to come.
Fingers crossed.
I'm happy with the Black Forest combination. I don't know what they're going to think of it, but it's done now. We can't change anything, and I'm just hoping they really enjoy it.
Esther and Ellie, you know I love a Black Forest cake. When it first came out in front of me, the thing that was looking at me was the chocolate cake, and it looks dry, which it's not pleasurable to eat.
This dessert screams a glass of champagne. It's very, very sweet, and I need the acidity to balance that sweetness. I would have cooked the juice of the cherry with red wine, and that you would have got your acidity and the balance of the sweetness there. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm feeling pretty proud of what we've done. Dessert isn't our forte, and I think we've done a pretty good job.
Bill and Alex, the poached pear is probably the highlight for me. It's got a really good flavour to it. Unfortunately, your technique has let you down on a couple of the items here. The number one being, I'd have to say, the mousse. It's not silky and it's not smooth. It's actually quite grainy. The macadamia crust, it's a little bit overcooked.
I'm actually quite proud of you. You know, we've asked you to push yourself, and you really have pushed yourself today. You just took the bull by the horns and you just went crazy.
Hearing the judges say that they're proud of us is nice. At the same time, if we're going into the sudden death cook-off, it doesn't mean much.
We're so nervous to take our dishes up to Peter Manu. I was like scared, really, really scared.
So ladies, tell us about your dessert.
It's called a triple chocolate dream with blood oranges.
And the sauce?
The sauce is a reduction of blood orange juice. No sugar in there, it's all just natural.
I wasn't sure about this juice, if it was going to go well or not. But it does. It's rich, it's full of flavour. You've got some chewiness, some crunchiness, some soft, silky mousse. It's really lovely, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sammy and Bella, I disagree with Manu. The thing that's not working for me is the syrup, the orange segments, and the richness of that fudge.
Do you want to try mine? Because I believe we probably maybe not have the same dessert here.
I think we've got the same dessert, but for me, it's just not doing it for me. The orange, gone, and the syrup, gone.
Yep.
I strongly disagree, full stop. Sorry, Pete.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm not sorry. I was being polite.
After having the judges with such a split decision, I mean, we've got no idea where we're going to sit amongst the 4 people cooking desserts. I'll be devastated if we have to go in the cook-off against Artie and Johnny.
After our last sudden death cook-off, it's almost being in front of a firing squad with the prospect of going back into another one.
Teams, this test was about starting with simple ingredients, flour and eggs, and transforming them into something indulgent and extravagant.
As you know, the weakest team will take on Artie and Johnny in tomorrow night's sudden death cook-off.
I think I'd rather it be Bill or Alex or Esther and Ali. They've always seemed to be at the bottom, a bit like ourselves, and there's someone that we can beat. I'm sure we'll give them a great go at this stage.
Esther and Ali, Black Forest Delight. Your cake was a tad dry, and it would have been great if you had pulled back the sweetness in the syrup. Bill and Alex, pear mousse, chocolate swirl, macadamia crumble.
The macadamia nut crumble, that's the thing, it was the negative for me. It was just taking over the whole dessert.
The pear mousse, the texture was a little bit gritty, which didn't make it the most pleasant thing to eat.
Sammy and Bella, you've made a triple chocolate dream with blood orange. And as you know, Pete and I disagree on your dish. I personally loved it.
For me, it was like you'd had this beautiful chocolate dessert to start with, and then you'd poured a cup of orange juice over it.
To get such bad comments from Pete, our spirits are so low, it's pretty nerve-wracking. We're not happy.
Kelly and Ash, hazelnut and chocolate torte with frangelico and chocolate mousse.
You know, you delivered something today that qualified chefs would be proud of. It had texture, it had flavour. It was a perfect marriage on the plate.
It looked sexy, appetizing. It's probably one of the best things we've seen in the competition so far.
Time now to announce who's going to the next sudden death cook-off. And that team is Bill and Alex.
It's a pretty crap feeling, really. Giving it our all and just wasn't quite good enough.
While I'm really sad for them, at the same time, I'm so relieved it's not us. Yeah.
There's that relief, shock, and then there's a bit of happiness. It's strange to have all those really strong emotions.
That's 2 sudden death cook-offs in a row, boys.
Pretty good at it by now.
Are you ready for it?
I hope so. I just need to find some energy and some way to reinvigorate my enthusiasm at the moment.
Bill and Alex, Artie and Johnny, we'll see you back here tomorrow night for the sudden death cook-off, where one team will be going home.
Artie and myself, we're both quietly confident that we can beat them tomorrow night, and we're going to show to them and the judges and the rest of Australia that we've got a lot more in us.
We're going to give it our all. We want to stay alive. We want to win this thing.
We're going to come out with our knives sharpened and hopefully chop up the butchers.
Tomorrow on My Kitchen Rules, it's New South Wales versus Queensland in a state of origin sudden death cook-off.
So do you reckon you can out-butcher the butchers?
Let's carve these boys up.
What should we do?
As both teams face elimination for the second time.
I can't believe I've done that.
In this neck-and-neck contest,
It's all turned upside down again.
one team will be going home.
Unfortunately, you have the lowest score.